Hey y'all, welcome to Life on Helton Creek. My name's Darcy and it is a blustery spring day. Today we're going to talk about the little winters and the weather because it changes on the daily in this area. I'm in Middle Tennessee and I started out doing this outside until the blustery wind ran me in my greenhouse. It's kind of noisy in here, I'm sorry. I may have to go in the house. I don't think it's going to work out here. This wind is so bad that it honestly feels like my greenhouse is going to uproot and blow away, and I may end up in Oz. I don't know. It is blowing a front in, and we are actually at 75 degrees today, and the low will be 36 in a few hours, and snow tomorrow, and thunderstorms, and I don't know what all. I didn't pay enough attention to the news. I heard snow and I just quit. In Tennessee, we have 6 or 7 little winters every year. And the old timers used to be able to tell the weather, when to plant, when to harvest even, by the little winters. So you'll be going along just fine, coming out of winter into spring, and suddenly, bam, you've got just what we've got today. You've got 75 degrees, the sun's shining, it's a beautiful day, the birds are singing. Overnight, the bottom falls out. You may have a freeze, you may have a light frost, you may have whatever. Now, if you have started your garden, planted your flowers, planted your vegetables, you better have some old sheets or blankets or something ready, because it'll get them. It never fails. It gets the fruit trees. It's nearly impossible to grow peaches in Tennessee because of the little winters. My apple trees are bloomed out. I don't have any peach trees, but I have a pear tree and I have apple trees. They're all bloomed and they will all die. So I probably won't have any fruit except for the ones that bloom after this freeze coming up. Y'all, they're talking about snow. We've already had redbud winter. And if you've ever been to Tennessee, redbud winter, you will see the most beautiful redbud trees on the side of the road, on the side of the interstates, out in the woods. I'm sure some people have them in their landscape, but they are beautiful pinkish red buds, and they're gorgeous. Some are a little purplish. If you drive the interstates through Tennessee, you'll see a lot of them. The next little winter coming is locust winter. And locust winter is when all the locust trees start to bloom. They're beautiful blooming. They're not a great tree. They have thorns on them. They can be a nuisance. They spread like wildfire, but they're really pretty when they bloom. After we make it through locust winter and all the trees are blooming and beautiful, the next one is dogwood winter. I guess that's probably one of the most popular ones because the dogwood trees bloom and everybody knows the story about the dogwood tree and the cross. And they are in the woods, they're in your yard, they're along the roadsides, they're everywhere. Some live well in a landscape. Others are beautiful in the woods and on the hillsides and gorgeous. I think there are 3 colors. There is a white, which to me is the prettiest. Then there's a pink, and then there's a dark pink. I've never seen any other colors. If there are more colors, let me know. The dark pink is beautiful. The light pink is beautiful, but I love the white. It's just so clean and crisp and waiting on spring. They are just beautiful blooming. Also, if you're familiar with dogwood trees, you can Google the story about the dogwood tree, and it's a pretty interesting story. After the dogwoods bloom, there's a yummy little winter in Tennessee, and it's blackberry winter. Is when all of the blackberry thorn bushes and vines, and they all start to bloom. Now, you can't say it won't be long till the fruit sets, because it is a minute before they actually have blackberries on them. But don't we all look forward to that first fresh blackberry? Other than the chiggers, other than the snakes, other than the mosquitoes, we all look forward to that first blackberry picking to make pies and jellies and jams. And Kent's grandmother used to make a blackberry jelly seedless. Kent's granddaddy didn't like the seeds getting in his teeth, so she would make it seedless. And y'all, it was the best I've ever had in my life. I loved it. And I would love to know how she made it. I know I can probably learn out of the ball book or from one of my neighbors or friends. But I've never taken the time to learn how to make it. And I may do that this year if I can find some pretty berries. I think it would be wonderful. Now, after blackberry winter comes breeches winter. Woolen breeches winter. Whatever your granny calls it. But it is where the old timers would put away their woolen breeches, long johns and things, and start to dress in the lighter underclothes, the lighter shirts, and those types of things for summer. So to put their wool clothes up and get their lighter weight clothes out. And so is breeches winter. You change your wardrobe out, change your breeches out. There's another little winter here that I think might kind of coincide with breeches winter. It's called stump winter. And it's where you go out and you've burned all your wood on all these little winters to warm your house up for a day or two, because none of them last over a few days. So you, there's a fire truck going by my house. You see it in the, you've already burned all your wood for the season on all the other little winters. So stump winter, I think, coincides with breeches winter, where you go out and chop the stumps up that you left behind so that you'll have some hunks of wood to go in the stove and take the chill off for a few days. So you just cut those stumps up, and everybody wants the stumps up anyway, so that's how you stay warm that last little winter. And the next one is whippoorwill winter, and I'm not sure it actually gets winter at whippoorwill winter, but it's when you start to hear the that's hard to say. It's when you start to hear the whippoorwills calling in the night and before daylight, and they have a beautiful sound if you've never heard one. But at that point is when all the farmers knew and all the gardeners knew that it was time to plant. There were no more worries about frost or freezes. It was done. Let's plant. A lot of people will also say tax time is the time to plant, and other people will say Mother's Day is the day to plant. You know, back in the day before they had News Channel 5 and national news and Breezy and Leland Statham, that's our local weather people. Before they had them, they had to pay attention to the science and the signs. What were the skies doing? What did they look like? How was the wind blowing? All those things were a lot of times written down and logged so that farmers knew when to put their, what we now call brassicas, or cold weather crops. You know, they knew when to plant the potatoes and when to plant the peas, and you know, they just knew when to plant that. They had to watch the signs, and they had to know. They had to listen for that winter whippoorwill to know that it was over and they could plant now anything they wanted. People had to know. Now for me, I can't tell what the signs are. I watch for the little winters. I watch my birds. My birds can tell me when something's coming. Usually, not every time, but a lot of times I can watch my birds and they'll let me know cold weather's coming. Now, they have been busy at my feeders today. I mean, they've emptied one whole feeder that I filled up at 1:30. It's already empty. That tells me something is coming. Is it snow? Is it storms? I don't know. The weather, the feel of the air is different. The wind is ridiculous. These gusts of wind are, I can't even describe them. There's a lull right now, so it's not real loud. But there'll be a gust up here in a minute, and it just sounds like this whole plastic greenhouse is going over the hill over there. And the horses are at a little unrest, and the cows are not at the house. They're not up here at the hay barn. They are back there in the woods, around the trees and things. So something is up. I just don't know what. I'll let you know in the next video if I can remember. But y'all just think about the little winters and how they're, especially if you're in Tennessee, and you may have your own version where you live. I know I have some friends in Ohio who watch me, and I can't remember all the states right now, and I'm so sorry for that. But you may have your own little changes in the weather that give you signs and symptoms of when to plant and when you better not plant. I think really tax day is the rule of thumb, though. I think April 15th is kind of the rule of thumb, and you can look around and see what you think might be coming. So I'm getting ready to do some planting. I have some more seeds to start, and I have some more seeds to scatter, and I have some more weeds to pull from last year. These birds are going crazy, y'all. It's like Alfred Hitchcock is in my backyard. I still have a ton to do, but we have been so busy. We've had a lot of sickness in the family. Did you hear it? We have had, we took our calves off, then we took another set of calves off, and we've got our beef in the freezer. It's pretty good. We've just been really busy, and of course we've been busy. Luckily, we did go prepay for some of our fertilizer, and I'm so grateful for that, because y'all, these prices are crazy. And rumor has it that fertilizer's going up another $100. Diesel is over $5 here in Tennessee, and regular gas is like at $3.49, $3.48. And $3.51 at one gas station not far from us. So that is really going to hurt the farmers. It is really going to hurt. And calves and cows are so high right now. So I think people are overselling, just trying to make enough money to keep their crops and their farm going. So, I mean, it's y'all hear the creaks and the pops and the, surely it won't fall with me in it. Surely it won't. But, yeah, the prices are really going up, and it's really going to hurt us this summer, I think. You know, we do a lot of hay, and we do a lot of hay for us, and we do a lot of hay for other people. And I think it's going to be painful for some local farmers around here. It's going to be painful for us. We'll have to really watch our nickels and dimes for sure. And I don't know. Y'all are praying people, say a little prayer. We sure would appreciate it. I know y'all have seen the prices going up at the grocery store and probably at the pumps in your neighborhood. I have a brother in Baltimore, and the gas is higher in Tennessee than it is in Baltimore right now, so I don't know what that means. But, you know, everybody's got it going on right now. I hope y'all are okay. But when he goes to crank up this tractor, it's going to cost a little cash. Yeah. So, well, it's short and sweet today. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Life on Helton Creek. If you're so inclined and have a moment, hit the button and subscribe if you would. I would really appreciate it. Watch some more videos. There's videos I've done. All my cows, lots of calves, grandbabies, gardening, you name it. I got something on it. And if I don't, you let me know and I'll make one for you. Whew, that one popped good right there. It's got me a little nervous here. Should I leave the camera going so y'all can watch me fly away? Thanks, y'all. Be blessed, and remember, you're never alone.